We can see all the chaos that is taking place currently on the streets in the center of Braamfontein. But what's happening on campus?
Please, guys, man. Jesus.
A very good afternoon to you, Alicia. Well, we just witnessed incidents whereby police were actually firing rubber bullets into that crowd of students that are on the lawns of the university here on the main campus. But we understand that now the students are actually trying to regroup, and we don't know what's going on actually at this point right there. But to get more detail from there, from where the students are, we managed to pull out one of the student leaders from SRC, Nontobeko Nkosi. Nontobeko, thanks so much for your time. Just tell us what exactly is going on. I mean, we've seen scenes of violence here on the main campus. What are the students saying? What are they doing? Why are they doing this?
Okay, so we were by the Matrix there by Sunnyside, and then while we were sitting there, then the police started firing stun grenades. We tried to run. We went all over to men's res, that section, and then the police then left. We came back again by Sunnyside again to just sit there because we didn't know where to go. They were everywhere. Then they started again firing stun grenades. Some students went into the Sunnyside residence, and then now police started firing the stun grenades inside the residence. It's a mess. Even if you could go there yourself, you could see that there's milk all over, condoms all over, because we use the condoms for our eyes. Then now the students came this way. Then they started firing stones at the police. That's because they were coming from that side where they was firing stun grenades, and they were reacting to the stun grenades. So at this point, we're at a point where we don't understand why they're firing stun grenades, because we are not being violent. We're just sitting. We're just a group of people really sitting and waiting for leadership, where Uyulo Nompendulo went to go speak to the dean, so we find a way forward. But ours is to meet as students, go to Solomon House, and then consolidate a view, then come out with a POA, like a plan of action, and then we decide what we do next. But so far, we think that we've been successful in closing campus down. We do not understand why the university insists on opening the campus, because it endangers people that do not want to be part of the protest. So at this point, as student leaders, we want to make sure that the people that don't want to protest, they are home safe. That's why we encourage people to not come to campus, because it will never be safe until we get free education. The stun grenades are not going to stop, because we're going to keep on protesting. At this point, we want to meet at Solomon House, and then once we meet, then everything is going to be fine. Right now, Unompendulo, the current president, is in talks with the dean of students to negotiate a way for us to go to Solomon House and be safe there, where there's not going to be private security, where there's not going to be police there present.
Talking about negotiations, the management says you refuse to come through for negotiations. Is that true?
From where I'm standing, it's not true. And I think that management at this point, they know exactly what students want. So to a certain extent, I don't understand what negotiations we need to be in, because we've told them what we need, and we need the university to support us. And at this point, on paper, they are supporting us. But when you come to campus, they've opened school, people are going to campus, and all of that, police are present on campus. So I don't really know what more negotiations they need from us. And we asked for Imbizo. That's something that we can negotiate about, but they're not responding on when we can have Imbizo. They keep on asking us to have the General Assembly, and we know that in the General Assembly, students are not going to be allowed to speak. So we need an Imbizo where everyone is going to be able to be given a chance to speak. The people that want to go back to class and the people that want to carry on protesting. Because right now, we're not fighting the institution, but they're turning everything now into us fighting the institution. Ours is to go out there to the government, to private sectors, to go ask for resources so that they fund us for free education. We do not want to fight the institution. So all of this that's happening on campus, it's very unfortunate, because we are not fighting against the institution. We want to be educated. We want to write our exams.
But why do you use the institution to fight the government?
Because we are in the institution. We need money to be inside in the institution, to graduate in the institution. We need the institution to support us. The money that they want us to pay is the money that needs to come from the government. We're paying money to the institution, right? And now we're asking for money from government to fund us so that we're able to come on campus. Because at this point, people are on campus, but there are people that are hungry. At this point, I'm sad that there are people that sleep in libraries. I don't know where they're sleeping now, because libraries are closed. It's a fact on campus. There are students that get lunch each and every day on campus, but now all of that is closed. Where are they getting food? So at this point, they're delaying the process of actually us marching to the places where we want to go. We do not want to be on campus, but if they keep on opening campus, then that means we're going to be stuck on campus, making sure that from 5 o'clock till 5 o'clock in the evening, we're shutting down the campus.
Talking about shutdown, Nonto, 6,000 to 7,000 students who are supposed to come in to this university from grade 12.
Sure.
They won't be able to, to come in next year if this shutdown continues. Are you considering that?
Yes, we have. We know what's at stake. We know what's at stake if we do not finish the academic year. We would love to save the academic year. We need people to graduate. We need people to start working. We need people to progress because our families are depending on us to be educated. So now what the institution is, how they're painting us is that us as people who are protesting, we don't want to write exams, we don't want to graduate, we want all of those things to happen. All we're asking for, shut campus down officially, and then let us proceed to where we want to go. You won't find police on campus. You won't find students throwing stones at the police because we won't be on campus, but we'll be marching to the government offices where we want our resources to come from. The university can never give us free education, so them keeping us here is actually derailing the movement. We do not want to be on campus. We're on campus because classes are progressing, while there are people here who are fighting. There are people that keep on coming to class, while we do say that campus is not going to be open until the government hears our cries. So coming to campus, it's a waste of time. It's a complete waste of time for the people that are protesting, for the institution. They are now the ones that are derailing us from writing exams because they keep on opening.
Nonto, where to from here? Are we still going to see the same thing happen? I mean, police are obviously on campus. Security guards are actually guarding the doors of that particular great hall. What is going on?
So right now, what we want to happen, we want to go to Solomon House. The dean is speaking in talks with Unompendulo, who's our president. We want to go to Solomon House, sit down, reflect on today, and then come up with a plan on what's going to happen tomorrow, because we get the mandate from students. We lead students getting their views.
Nonto, thanks so much for your time. That's one of the student leaders from SRC, Alicia.
To Maheketa Mohlabo, will definitely be touching base with our reporters on the scene out there at Wits. It is turning rather violent there on location, but we do have rolling updates. But right now, let's focus our attention